Hello dancers, and welcome to another day of Ballet Technique. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe and healthy, and we are going to go through some ballet technique exercises today, and we are going to use a ballet bar. So I have my little tiny bookcase that I like to use. Make sure you have something to hold on to so we can have nice stability and really work on our working leg. So yeah, go ahead and get started. It's best if we have socks, or if you have ballet shoes, it's even better. But we want to have some kind of surface on our feet so we can really articulate through the toes, through the metatarsals, and really use the floor. So we'll go ahead and get started with a plie combination. We'll have our left hand on the bar. And I would say it's really advantageous if you can set up your bar so that you can be perpendicular to it, and whatever your setting might be. That really helps with this idea of the square hips. I like to use the image of the headlights for the hips a lot with ballet, so that we have this nice square between our hips and our shoulders, and we really want to keep that squareness as we're doing all these exercises. So sometimes, when we're all taking class at home, we're kind of doing things at these kind of more strange angles, and if you need to do that, do what you gotta do, but it's really better if you can be perpendicular to your bar so you can focus on the squareness of the hips. So we'll start in first position. We'll port bras 7 and 8. We'll take a demi and stretch, and a demi and stretch, and a grand, and 6 and 7 and 8. We'll port bras over our legs. 2, 3. We'll come up with a flat back on 4. Yeah, really reaching through the tailbone up through the top of the head. Then we lift up, little arch. 7 and 8. Nice wide second position. Demi and stretch, and demi and stretch, and a grand. 6, 7, 8. We'll go port bras into the bar. 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna flex both feet. Light up the fronts of the shins. 6, 7, 8. Then we go to 4th, stretch, and 4th, stretch. And no ground plie in 4th position. We're just gonna roll through the feet. 4 starch, releve. Then we're gonna turn the feet in to take a big circular port bras all the way around, getting every corner of the room. 7, 8, and in 5th, demi. Just simple port bras in each position, and grand. 6, 7, 8. In 5th position, we're just gonna squeeze up to our susu. I'm gonna draw the front foot to the back foot and really cross the feet and the inner thighs and the heels, and we'll just take a little balance here, and we'll finish on this side before we go around to the second side. All right, dancers, here we go. 7, 8, we go demi, stretch, demi, and grand. And we go over the legs, and now nice flat back to come up, and little arch to the back. Second position, we go demi, and a demi, using the head, using the épaulement. 6, 7, 8. We go into the bar. And now we're gonna flex the feet. And tandu, nice crossed 4th position. Demi. And demi, turning out the back knee, rolling through the feet. 4 starch. Turn the feet in and big circle, releasing the lower back, and turning out, and 5th goes demi, and a grand, and we're going to squeeze up to our susu. We're just going to take a little balance here. Lift to finish. let's talk about fourth position just a little bit before we go to the left side. So we want to make sure when we're doing our plies in fourth that we're really aware of our back knee and the back knee tracking over the toes. Yeah, it's really easy when we do our plies in fourth to let this knee rotate inward, which is really dangerous for that joint. So we want to think about the knee tracking over the toes. So you really have to be thinking about that knee going out and that turn out from the hip, pulling that knee backwards. Okay, let's try the left side. Here we go. And 7, 8, we go demi. And a demi. And rond. And stretching forward. And we come up with a nice flat back. And arching. Second position. We go demi. And demi. And nice straight back, like you're up against a wall. And big port bras. Flexing the toes. And a nice crossed fourth position. We go demi. Back knees rotating out. And now rolling through the feet, forced arch. Rotating in and let it feel good. Big circular port de bras. And to fifth and demi. Stretch. Demi. Stretch. Rond. 6, 7, 8. Squeezing up to Susu. And we just take a little balance here. Releasing the neck, releasing the jaw, lifting through the fingertips. And we finish. Good, nice dancers. Let's tendu, shall we? All right. So, we'll start in our first position. Yeah, always making sure that our first is whatever's comfortable for us. Yeah, sometimes there's this feeling with ballet that we need to wrench our turn out, but we really don't. We just want to open our feet out, and wherever they land, that's it. That's where our natural turnout is. And that's the best place to really access our real rotation in our hips, and that's the only way that it really improves. So let's start from first. We'll do a little port de bras open. As a preparation, we'll go tendu front, we flex, we point. We're going to shift our weight, lower the heel, push back to our tendu. We take a little double bounce and then squeeze it up, kind of like an ensemble, yeah? Then we go side and flex and point, shift your weight, point, double bounce, squeeze the inner thighs. And back, we flex, we point, we lower, we point, double bounce, squeeze, and inside leg is just gonna flex the foot and side and back. And then we take one more double bounce, but this time in first. Yeah, and those little flexes with the inside leg are like a dégagé, but the foot is flexed. So we're gonna drive that heel into the floor, and then it extends out in front of us, finding length. All about finding length through those inner thighs. And then we'll reverse the whole thing, and then we'll take a longer balance in first. Just finding the roundness of the arms. Yeah, if we touch our belly button and bring our fingers right up from there, it's about where our first position should be. And yeah, not too high. We want to look taller and longer, especially if you're short like me. All right, here we go. And flex, point, lower, tendu, double bounce, and squeeze the legs together. And side, flex, point, lower the heel. Now use the metatarsals, pushing back onto that standing leg, and squeeze together. And back, Okay, we're just gonna flip around to the other side. I think once around is good for this one. So we'll just go right to the left side. Here we go. Front, flex, and point. Knee lower, and front. Bounce, bounce, squeezing those inner thighs together. And side, to wherever your natural side may be. Using the metatarsals to shift the weight. Bounce, bounce, squeeze. And right behind us, keeping those hips as square as we can. Lower, tendu, bounce, bounce, squeeze. And inside leg, big flex. Using that Ippoma. And bounce, bounce, and we finish. Good, nice dancers. All right, we're gonna move on, but just right before we do, we're just gonna talk about our tendu back a little bit. So yeah, since we're talking about this idea, squareness in the hips today, there's no way that we can move our leg behind us and keep our leg turned out and keep our hips square. Unless you're a Barbie doll, it's really not possible. So your hip does have to open a teeny tiny bit to allow that leg to move behind you. But kind of the goal in classical ballet is how little can you let that happen? And a big secret and kind of or a good trick in how to do that is the spiral in the back. Yeah, so my hip does have to open a tiny bit, but I have this counter spiral happening on the side of my body and in my shoulder blade so that I'm getting a little bit, a tiny, tiny corkscrew motion. Yeah, I'm exaggerating it now so you can see, but that helps keep that hip as square as possible. We have a little tiny bit of opposition in that other side of the back. So just something to think about as we go into tendus from fifth now. So we'll start in fifth. Let's use our arm. We'll go quarter rest 7, arm up to fifth. We'll go tendu out, in, in. Let's go pas de cheval, and then a little envelope. And then we'll do the same thing to the side. Side, in, pas de cheval to tendu, envelope. Then we go back, in, pas de cheval, envelope. Let's take a little plie. We'll do a big port de bras over, and then we'll close sous-sus, soutenu, other side. We go out, in, pas de cheval, envelope. And then same thing side, out, in, pas de cheval, envelope. Same thing back, in, pas de cheval, envelope. And then we take a plie tendu, big port de bras, sous-sus, soutenu to finish on the first side. Yeah, so when we're doing these pas de chevals and these envelopes, our focus is really on the shape of the foot. Yeah, real tricky thing in classical ballet. We want to think about the foot wrapping around the ankle as we go forward. Yeah, to the front. Same thing to the side, really wrapping around. The coupe to the back is a little different. The foot has to wing away. So it's our heel attached and the foot winging away. So it's kind of a tricky moment. We have to think about our pinky toes. Again, kind of that same spiral idea, but this time it's with the legs. Spiraling, so that those toes can be away from the ankle as we go out to our tendu. Okay, here we go. Big side stretch over and soutenu, other side. over. And soon we finish on the first side. Always a nice finish. All right, let's move along. Let's do something in the center. We're gonna do a little dégagé away from the bar. So you can face me, I'm gonna mirror you. So we're gonna do a preparation in our arms. We're gonna go into our shoulders, yeah? My favorite trick from the American Ballet Theater National Curriculum. They do this with their students till they're like 14 or 15. They have them keep their hands on their shoulders like this, and it's actually really very useful to feel the shoulder blades sliding down the back and to feel the lift of these elbows. Yeah, the elbows really are a big support in all of these classical positions. Our elbows need to feel wide without the shoulders going up. So that really helps us feel this here, because our shoulders are sliding down our back, but we can feel that lift from the elbows. So we'll start in first position. We'll go 7, hands rest on the shoulders. We're gonna go first with our right leg. We're gonna do 8 dégagés closing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go passe, passe, brush, tablier, passe, passe, brush, tablier. Yeah, and that's it. Just nice and simple. Just really thinking about working to wherever our natural second is. Thinking about the heel really pulling up as we do those passes. You know, we're trying to get them as high as we can, and really thinking about shifting our weight all the way over onto our standing leg. All right, nice and quick one. All right, here we go. Hands on our shoulders, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and other leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You go passe, and transfer your weight all the way over, and passe, passe, and transfer. Hopefully that's got you on your leg a little bit more. Let's move on to a Rhonda Jean. So, let's start our Rhonda Jean from first position today. Yeah, just to really help with the squareness of the hips. We're gonna start nice and square, and as we do our Rhonda Jeans, thinking about those hips, not going with the leg, yeah? So that's the hardest part, is thinking about the standing leg really driving into the floor and the working leg being able to move freely. So we'll start first position. We'll go 7 and 8. We'll do a plie, Rhonda Jean, around, stretch through first. We go front and back and front and back. And we go 4 fast with the port de roi. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We plie through coupe, extend, reverse. We go back, heel forward to the front, through first and 2. More that are slow. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and plie through coupe, extend. Then let's close to 5th, and we'll have some time to do a big circular stretch, and then we'll go the other way, and then we'll take a plie, relevé to sous. We'll draw the foot up to passe, that super high passe that we just practiced in our dégagé combination, and we take a little balance, and we'll finish before we go around to the other side. Yeah, so we're getting all the speeds of the Rhonda Jeans, really thinking about that heel, staying forward as long as possible, and those hips staying square as long as possible before it has to open just as little as possible to go to the arabesque line. All right, here we go. the other side. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, when we go to our susu, as we draw this foot up, we really want to think about maintaining contact with those toes all the way up to our passe. Yeah, especially for more of a beginner with ballet, it's really easy to just go clunk. Yeah, just get it there. But we really want to see the connection all the way up. And it also just makes more sense because it keeps our hips level. Yeah, if we go gink, chances are our hips are going to be a little lifted. But if we come from the bottom and we draw up, then we can really feel the inner thigh engage and the hips stay nice and level. Yeah, which is kind of our goal. Anyway, let's do the other side. 6, 7, 8, nice juicy plie. And square through first. And front, 2 back, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and plie, turning the knee out, extend, and back, side, front, and heel coming forward, and we add the arm, 4, 3, 2, 1, plie through coupe, extend, and diving around. Nice big breaths. All the way down. And squeezing up to susu, and we maintain contact and drop to the passe. And we take a little balance there. My calf muscles mad at me today. And we finish when we're ready. Maybe balance a little longer than me. Good, nice dancers. This is my 3rd class today. My calves are a little tired. Okay, let's move on to a frappe today. Okay, so frappe, to strike, right? As if we were to strike a match on the floor with our feet. That's the kind of action that we're looking for. Yeah, you should be able to audibly hear your foot hitting the floor each time. Yeah, that's how much gusto goes into a frappe. Yeah, it feels good. It should feel really strong. The whole idea of frappe is to warm up your ankles for petit allegro, which not really many of us are getting to do right now because of floors that are maybe not the best for jumping. So we really got to try to still keep that quick twitch action. And frappe is really good for that. So we're going to start in our 5th position. We're going to do a preparation on 7, flex 8. Yeah, and even though my foot is flexed, I'm still thinking of that same wrapping idea that we had in the pas de chevals earlier. Yeah, there's still a little bit of the wing of the foot. So we go frappe front and side and back and side, double front, double side, double back, double side. Let's do back, front, plie, front, back, plie, back, front, side, lift, in. We go back and side and front and side, double back, double side, double front, double side. We go front, and these stay pointed, front, back, plie arabesque, back, front, plie front, front, back, plie side. And then we'll just close to susu, and we'll take a little balance in susu, and then we'll finish on the side. It's going to suit you, but I don't think the music will go on for long enough, so we'll take a little balance. Yeah, so thinking of that nice sharp strike. Here we go. And here we go, front and side and back and side, double front, double side, double back, double side. We go back, front, plie, front, back, plie, back, front, plie. We lift, reverse, back and side and here. And always a nice finish. Good, nice dancers. Let's try the other side. Here we go. And 7, 8, we go front. And striking the floor. Strike, strike, and double, and double, and double, and double. We go back, front, plie, front, back, plie, back, front, plie, and lift. Flex, we go back. This side's slower than the first side. Whoops. And a double, and a double, and a double, and a double. We go peek, peek, plie. Peek, peek, plie. Peek, peek, plie. And we squeeze. Woo, take a little balance here. And we finish. Very nice, dancers. Sorry, that time was a little slower. Extra time to really strike, you know? Okay, I think it's time to do some nice, juicy grand plies in the center to finish our little ballet bar, mini ballet bar. Let's have our legs nice and wide in second position. And we go grand. 3, 4, let's reverse our arms up and over. Juicy port de bras. We take the right arm over the top, through the middle, and other arm goes over the top. And let's flex the hands. We push, push, push. Elevate as high as we can. And now extend up to a nice V. Chest lifting to the ceiling. And we finish. Good, very nice, dancers. All right, that's gonna be all for today. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, please check out all of the other classes on Battery Dance TV. There's tons of free content. There's contemporary, there's hip hop, there's conditioning, there's strength classes, there's classes for kids. So check it out if you can, and of course, please donate if you can. Also check out the Battery Dance Festival is happening right now, and it's amazing. There's companies from all over the world, and we got to perform on a real stage, as well as a bunch of other local companies, so I hope you get to check it out. It's really beautiful and amazing, and such a treat during these times when the arts are really suffering. So I hope you get a chance to check it out, and be well, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.